I used to go for walks in the woods late at night, about 11 PM. You might think I'm crazy. Well, I had a pretty damn good reason for doing it. You see, I have a dog. I had a dog. Her name was Samantha. I called her Sam for short. She was a German Shepherd, and she was my best friend, my little sidekick. She was so sweet. People would always give her affection in the streets. She loved all that attention. I could see it made her happy, bless her. Sam was amazing around people. Unfortunately, that's where it stops. You see, Sam was attacked as a puppy. I took her for a walk one day, and this dog came out of nowhere and jumped her. Since that happened, Sam has always been fearful. Her whole body shakes when she sees other dogs. This is why I took her for walks late at night, when no dogs were around. Why through the woods and not on the streets, you ask? Honestly, I wasn't scared. I felt safe around Sam. As long as I had a torch and Sam with me, I was fine. Nothing to fear. We actually enjoyed it. Sam liked the dark. She thought it was fun. I was a night owl anyway, so this didn't interrupt anything. Sam got used to it. She would always be waiting for that 11 PM walk. I played with her in the garden in the day, so she got enough exercise. Anyway, back to the story. One night, last year, in the middle of October, is when it happened. Everything changed. At the time, everything was normal. 5 to 11, getting ready to take Sam out for her late night walk. Just a short walk across the road, and we was in the woods. Something felt off that night. I couldn't quite grasp what it was. Something in the air just felt different. I've never felt like this before. I always felt at ease. Hell, we were doing this routine every night for 7 years straight, so God knows why I now felt on edge. I had a fuck it attitude, so I ignored whatever this strange feeling was and carried on walking deeper into the woods. Sam would always know the way back home. This is why I felt safe around her. She was my protection, and I was hers. We had each other's back. Nothing ever worried us. Deep into the woods now, and in the distance I spot something lurking in the trees. It was a pair of bright red eyes, just staring at me. No movement whatsoever. Sam was just sniffing around. Who knows what this thing was? But I really started feeling uncomfortable now. So me and Sam started to head in a different direction. In my head, I kept saying to myself I was just being stupid, and it was probably just an owl or something. That made me calm down. I was just being hysterical. 10 minutes had gone by and nothing more unusual happened. It was a nice autumn night, bright stars in the sky, and everything felt okay again. All my worries had gone. I said out loud, "Sam, everything's going to be okay, girl." Oh, how I was wrong. All of a sudden, we heard loud, growling noises. God knows where this was coming from now. First red eyes, now loud growling. This wasn't any kind of ordinary animal in the forest. "Time to go home," I said. But Sam had frozen still, staring at something in the dark. There was something right in front of us that we couldn't see. Mist shielded whatever it was. Sam started barking loudly, locked onto this growling creature. I was paranoid and started shouting, "Sam, leave it! Come on, we need to go! Sam, let's go, girl! Sam!" She wasn't listening and continued to bark loudly. Samantha, let's get the fuck out of here! I then had to grab her by the collar, trying to drag her away, but she was locked on. All of a sudden, this beast emerged from the mist. It was a type of demon dog. Large red eyes, sharp long claws, a hunched back, teeth as sharp as a razor, and twice our size. This was far beyond anything I'd seen in my life. Sam had completely become silent at this point, shaking trembling. The creature was slowly walking towards us, closer and closer, ready to attack its prey. I grabbed Sam, picked her up and ran for my life. I had no chance of escaping. One leap and the demon pranced onto us, knocking both of us to the ground. I hit my head on a rock, knocking me unconscious. When I woke up, I had to witness the sight of Sam's body ripped to pieces next to me, limbs everywhere. I was completely broken. My life has never been the same since. Not only had I lost my best friend that day, I lost a part of myself. God knows why that demon spared my life that day. And so, as I write this story 1 year later, I must address that tomorrow night I will return to the woods for the first time since that fateful incident happened. Now ready, I'm hopeful that I will come face to face with the demon once again, so I can avenge Sam's death.